students, when we are dealing with the variable acceleration, variable means either increasing or decreasing acceleration or non-uniform motion, in that case it is necessary to find out the average acceleration. Now let us consider here we are dealing with the non-uniform acceleration, so the graph would be something like this, curved. For such a situation, what we do, we will take 2 points. This is the point at time t1 corresponding to velocity v1, suppose, and this is the time at time t2, and let the velocity is v2. Since the velocity is changing as it is accelerated motion, so there will be different velocities at different times. So in that case, again, what we will do, we will join this point. Let me name that as A, B, C, D and E. So to clearly in this case, this is actually the difference in time, which is t2 minus t1, and this is actually the difference in velocities, which is v2 minus v1. Now if we talk about the slope of this, so for slope we know that we need to find out tangent theta, which is equal to, tangent theta is perpendicular upon base. Yes, so what is perpendicular here? BE, and what is base here? AE. So B is our v2 minus v1 upon the perpendicular is v2 minus v1 and base is t2 minus t1. That is equal to delta v by delta t. Here delta basically shows about the change in velocity, so we represent it as change in velocity upon change in time. Means basically in what particular time change interval what we are finding about the velocity is our acceleration. Here we write time. So this is known as average acceleration. I hope this is clear. So clearly, if we are talking about the velocity time graph, in that case the slope of the graph is giving you the velocity. Now just to remind it, we know that velocity and time, these are related with acceleration, so that is why the slope, अगर आपको याद करना है तो slope represent acceleration. So acceleration is given by the slope of velocity time graph. Similarly, we can get the instantaneous value of acceleration. Instantaneous value, as I have already told in the previous chapter, that is actually the velocity. In that case, velocity, when we are talking about the velocity at a particular instant of time, means when we reduces this time interval to 0, at that time what is the velocity shown by the speedometer. 0 here means suppose you are if you are riding the bike at a particular time, when you view at your speedometer, what value it shows is that instantaneous speed or instantaneous velocity, right? So it means when we decrease the time interval to 0, then that case that velocity representing by that speedometer or that graph here is known as the instantaneous acceleration for velocity time graph. So it means what we get here we get the average acceleration delta t, delta v upon delta t. So if we write limit delta t approaches to 0, means at that particular instant of time what is the change in velocity upon time gives you the instantaneous value, right? Or more specifically, when we put the limit, we can write it as dv by dt. D represent the derivative of velocity. Derivative means change in velocity with respect to time. Again, if we put v is equal to dx by dt, dx means change in the position with respect to time. So putting this here, we get acceleration is equal to d2x by dt square. That is second derivative of the position. So now if we talk about the unit क्या होंगे? Unit will be, we are well aware about the units of acceleration, as we have already done in dimension formulas also. Acceleration is given by meter per second square, and dimension formula we can write here is LT minus 2. So I hope this all is clear about the acceleration. So we'll move to the next topic in our next slide.